Why, hello everyone. Early birds, just a few minutes early. This is Dr. Rob. I am just going to get all of my things sorted here, my presentation, get us ready to go on Facebook. You guys, most of you are going to know the process by now, so just bear with me. You should be able to talk in the chat. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Hopefully you guys are not in the same part of the world as I am, where we are getting drowned by this rainstorm. So I'm hoping my power holds out. It's flickered a few times, but very rarely does it actually drop. So we should be good. So let me just get this all set up. Okay, welcome everyone on Facebook as well. Here we go. We are in full swing now as we get ready to go here in just 3 minutes. So we're still a few minutes early. I've gotten more efficient over the last few days, I suppose. So we're going to get some announcements out of the way very, very shortly here. And then we will dive in to all of the juicy information we have for the day. Okay, to everyone out there on Facebook, everyone on Zoom, I just want to extend a warm welcome again. This is kind of the end of the first 5 days of the Jumpstart. So we've got a lot of interesting stuff still to come, but we've done a lot already this week. Now, I already said this to people that were on a little bit earlier as well. I am cautiously optimistic that my power is going to stay on. But if I drop, I will try and come back. So do try and rejoin. This big tropical rainstorm thing started today, and it's really windy and loads of water hitting the house. So hopefully, we won't have too many problems. There's a lot going on today, and I can see someone in the chat already said, hello from Arizona. Sadly, I missed the other 4 days. Well, there's a couple of good things about that. In a way, you have the opportunity to catch up. You can watch all of the individual lessons, pffljumpstartreplays.com, and you can actually join me later this evening if you have time as I go through all 5 days, including today's, in that session. Now, it's a little bit more of a condensed version, so I do recommend watching the replays if you get the chance, but the goal to help people catch up, really, and get through things. So, without further ado, let's go through our announcements and get started, shall we? So first off, a huge welcome to all of our new Hash8 Protocol Reset registrants. So for people who've already purchased the Hash8 Protocol Reset, we've scheduled our very first special bonus training, which we'll talk about a little bit today as well, where I'm actually doing the stress planning journal with everyone that I talked about at length yesterday. So this is a live program bonus. This is February 6th at 4 p.m. So you've got a few weeks to make sure you're clear. And we're going to be sending out a link to the people that already signed up. I very much look forward to seeing you all there. Now, so as far as time-sensitive things, okay, there are still spots obviously left in the reset, and we still have time. We got until the 31st before we close the reset. Oh, the reset for the ability for people to join. So if you do know it's right for you, go ahead and register right away. There's a bonus session with me tomorrow where I kind of introduce you to what we're going to be doing, and we're going to answer all of your questions. That's in the morning for people exclusively that join the reset. So if you're interested in that, do jump in there. Make sure you text Leo if you need any assistance at all. Leo is there to help you. And remember that the reset does have a 20% off link in there as well. So you're actually able to get 20% off of the prices there. So today's agenda, session 5 right now, we're going to be talking about the 3 cornerstones to resolving chronic pain permanently. And this is, we've already gone through the Hash8 protocol itself, but now we're talking about things that are extremely important to make these things work as well. Right after this, at 5 p.m. Pacific time, You can join me as well. We're going to be talking specifically about the reset, and we're going to go into more depth about it all too. And after that, it's going to be a long night. At 6 p.m. Pacific time, we have our session 1 through 5 recap, where I'm going to have to try and get through all of this week's information in about 45 minutes. So feel free to join me for that one as well, and we'll put a replay of that there as well. Tomorrow, we're not done. Even though this is the 5th day of the Jumpstart, tomorrow we're going to be continuing on, and we're going to be doing, first off, my 10 a.m. private QA session. So this is for anyone who is signed up for the reset before tomorrow morning. Just reach out to Leo for your link if you're going to attend, and you'll get a link, and we will hang out together, and I'll kind of answer anything you want me to answer during that time. At 3 p.m., exclusively on Facebook, we have our second case study with myself and my good friend, Mike Taddeo. Mike is an amazing therapist. You're going to want to hear the success stories he's had. Some of them, they'll bring tears to your eyes. Like, some of them are absolutely amazing. 4 p.m. Pacific time, we got a public live Q&A session. So this is an Ask Me Anything for everyone. Show up, we'll talk, we'll go through everything, and this is tomorrow. And at 5 p.m. PST, we have another closed door session. So this is to get your questions answered about the HP reset in there. Now, we actually did one of those yesterday, and we took the whole hour, and I think we could have gone a little bit longer. So let's make sure that you come with those questions so we can get through them. If you are brand new, and I know that there's more people still joining, and I can see someone here, or a few people already that have mentioned that they are new and this is their first day watching. Maybe it's because it's a Friday and you guys have all been busy all week, which I totally understand. But it's not too late to participate. You can text Leo. He and our team will get you caught up, answer any questions you have, and you can go back and watch all the replays as well until January 31st at 5 p.m. For those of you just joining me today for the first time, I'm Dr. Rob Vanbergen. I am a doctor of natural medicine, a doctor of humanitarian services, and I hold a PhD in natural medicine as well. I am one of the founders of Pain Free for Life, and I am your host for the 5-day Jumpstart. Welcome once again to everyone live and to everyone watching the replay. You guys have all been great this week, and you're all making some awesome progress as we start to work through what exactly is going on with your body. If you are new, please take a moment to introduce yourself, where you're from, what you hope to achieve as well. It's always interesting to see what you're hoping to get out of this. This is not just about pain, even though we are pain-free for life. I will share a reminder as well for new people, 3 important pieces of information. Your replays, your workbook, and your access to Facebook are all available on pffljumpstartreplays.com. Please don't share this link. This is just for people that have signed up. If you want to join me on Zoom, you can go to pffljumpstartzoom.com. And if you'd like to text Leo, the number is 415-688-2045. For the full event experience, I highly recommend you get in the Facebook group. You can go to pffljumpstartreplays.com. You can join the group through there, and you can watch the replays there as well. I understand a lot of people don't like Facebook. I'm not the biggest fan of it either, but it does provide us with a social platform to be able to talk. And the big benefit to the Facebook group is being able to interact on homework. I actually get to see your homework questions and interact with you as well. I've been spending the day catching up on yesterday's homework and some of the day before's even, because there's been so many responses in there as well. And I am trying to personally answer everyone who puts in the effort to do their homework. Make sure you answer the 3 questions to get access to the Facebook group. If not, my team will be or has been following up with you. And make sure you accept your friend request from Leo as well, so he can support you through Messenger. Any questions you may have, even if you can't attend the Q&A, feel free to share them in the chat or with the team in the comments, and we can scoop them up and make sure they get answered in the Q&A as well. Now, before we dive in, I'm going to head up to, just going to open my internet here. I know we've had some people that have had some trouble downloading the workbook, and I just wanted to guide you guys as to exactly how to do that, okay? So let me just share my screen here. Just think it might be useful, especially for people that are new here, just to see how easy it is to grab this. Let me find my internet. Sorry, this is kind of impromptu. I just decided to do it right now, so I didn't have it ready to go. Okay. All right, sharing now. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, so as you can see here, we're on the website. We go here and we go to pffljumpstartreplays.com, just like this. And it's going to change your website to this one here, okay? And once you see this here, you can see you can join the Jumpstart group simply by clicking this button, and this will open Facebook. And here's what you're probably looking for, downloading and printing your workbook. Before we click this and leave, you want to see here the replays as well. You can go here and you can click these to watch the session replays. Now, if you click download and print your workbook here, hopefully you can still see that. That's what's still being shared, but you'll see it's opened up the workbook there. And all you need to do in the top right up here is this download button. You can see it looks like an arrow. Just click that and you'll be able to save the workbook to your computer, and then you can print it out. You can even print it directly from here as well if you want to. So lots of different options there, okay? It's really easy to get the workbook, and the workbook has spots in it for homework, and it also includes the schedule and just ways to contact us. So hopefully you guys that are watching find that useful. And yeah, I will get the team, I will share it here in the chat. And it's going to go to everyone, not just to me. That should be it right there. pffljumpstartreplays.com, okay? And you'll be able to access all of that information right there. Oh, and thank you for making it a link that's actually clickable there, Sophie. I appreciate that. All right, so without further ado, I think we should jump into today's lesson so that we don't run out of time, because we've got another thing right after this. So let's go there. All right. So day 5, 3 cornerstones to resolving chronic pain permanently. Welcome everyone to day 5. We've made it through the first 5 days here. In the last session, we introduced microcurrent therapy, and I introduced you to the Hache protocol reset. Many people who are viewing here today, I can see, have already jumped aboard the Hache protocol reset train. For your final homework assignment yesterday, I asked you to think about what you would do in life if you were able to get rid of your pain and resolve your disease. Now, over the course of this Jumpstart video series, we talked about the concepts of microcurrent therapy. We've talked about the other elements of the Hache protocol, and we've discussed the root cause of pain. So where are we going to go from here? In this session, I want to talk about the cornerstones to resolving chronic pain permanently. Now, this involves something that we like to call the pain-free for life mindset. And mindset is something that is pretty dangerous in human nature. So we're going to talk about why. So it's important to understand that in order to actually achieve a pain-free life, the words ownership, action, and consistency are key. It can be very tempting to rely on suppressive medications, miracle cures, etc. But that's part of the problem with the sick care system. And that is where we're going to get trapped. It makes it incredibly easy to sit back and to degenerate in peace. We absolutely can't allow that if we want to resolve our problem. So first off, we need to claim ownership. In our society, we're taught to believe that pain is something that happens to us. We see it as something outside of ourselves that we have little to no control over. This belief right here leads us to feel like victims of our pain. But this really doesn't have to be so. The first step to controlling your pain is realizing that you are the only one who can change how you feel. Only you have the power to change your mindset and take action to improve your situation. It may not be easy, but it is very much possible. This alone is something that should be able to change the way that you feel about your pain and the way that you experience your pain. Ownership is the main word here because you have to take ownership of your pain, but also of your recovery. This means accepting that your pain is real, first and foremost, and it is up to you to do something about it. Understand that no one else is going to be able to heal you of your pain but you. So that's step one. We want to stop relying on other people to give us prescriptions that are going to quick fix things. And we need to realize that it's up to us to make the change. It sounds really simple and maybe kind of dumb to bring this up, but this shift in mindset is extremely powerful, and it is actually the first step to long-term pain resolution. Now, many people who are here right now are already doing this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be looking into what we're doing at the Jumpstart. You wouldn't be joining the Hash Protocol Reset because you would not be thinking to yourself, I need to do something about this. And that's what we're doing here. So often people have already begun to claim that ownership. But the common mistake when facing chronic pain or illness is that it's easy to allow it to consume your life and define you as a person, right? Taking ownership of your pain, though, doesn't mean giving it power over your identity. One of the biggest mistakes I see is people that are identifying with that diagnosis that they've finally gotten, and it's preventing them from making any progress. That disease becomes who they are. And so when they sit there on the couch and they're in pain and they don't want to move, they just say, well, you know, it's because of my this, it's because of my fibromyalgia, it's because of my CRPS, you know, and they are using it not necessarily as an excuse, but as a form of their identity. Because when you identify with your disease, you're hanging on to it and you're not willing to let it go. And this is a blockage that I've come up against very, very often with people, where we really have to work and get to the point where they're willing to make those changes to actually get to any position where we're able to actually succeed. It means accepting that you have some level of control over your experience and taking steps to manage it in a way that improves your quality of life. It does not mean that your pain isn't real. It does not mean that you can just pretend it doesn't exist and it'll go away, because obviously I'm not saying that. But it means that there is a certain level of control in you that you can take advantage of here. Ownership also means asking for support and advocating for yourself in situations where it's needed. You are not just a person fighting an illness, right? You're a multifaceted individual. You have interests, talents, and dreams, and these things deserve attention and nurturing. Some of the patients that I see, and in fact, a lot of them, have spent years being a caregiver for someone else. And in the kind of onslaught of this, they've given up on looking after themselves. Everything has become about caring for someone else. And so by the time they're finally able to start looking in the mirror and trying to do something, they've gone through all of these changes and they've changed themselves as a person that was interested in all these things to a person that's just trying to survive. And that is a problem too, because it means you're not taking advantage of what you need to do to make your body happy. Taking ownership of your pain without letting it become your identity is the key here, because you're more than just the challenges that you will face. We also want to take time to act every day. Once you've taken ownership of your pain, you have to act. This doesn't mean immediately pushing yourself beyond your limits, right? I've seen this backfire a lot. I talked about this in day 3. Instead, it means taking small steps each day to improve your situation, right? Maybe start by increasing your gentle exercise each day by 5 minutes. Cut one inflammatory food. Start a new supplement regimen, right? Small steps affect big change. And I said on day 1, if you were attending, that we are the choices we make and have to make. We aren't anything else, okay? So these choices we make can be the actions that you take to get past that ownership and to actually kind of start to conquer your chronic pain. So how do you get started here? So one problem many people face is not knowing where to start. They often become overwhelmed by all the information out there and they end up doing nothing at all. And this is very common too. We used to see this all the time, even without microcurrent equipment. People would purchase a device and they would get ready to go with the machine, and then they would get it and they'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing here. And then they'd put it on the shelf and they'd walk away. So many of the things that we do contribute to what we call shelf health, right? Where we have this glorious little shelf or a cupboard area. I just bit my tongue. this glorious little shelf or cupboard area, which is filled with all of these magnificent devices and miracle cures, and we never touch any of them because we don't know how to get started. When it comes to our equipment now, we have our treatment coordinators, right? So we have people that actually help people build plans, answer questions, and so there's not really that problem anymore. But part of the reason we created the Hash Protocol Reset program was to provide a comprehensive resource that can give you the guidance you need to get started and to not have to go it alone. Because ultimately, sitting there and trying to plan out a way to heal yourself from scratch, it's not the easiest thing. Having someone else guide and help you, that is truly the way to go. And remember, consistency is going to win out here. Consistency over perfection is the key. The goal here is not to be perfect. It's simply to keep moving forward each day. If you stop taking steps towards your goal, you will not get anywhere. Small steps make a big, big difference here. And again, I know I said this recently, but this should end up becoming your mantra by the end of this, because each little step we take is one step closer to becoming pain-free. And again, celebrate these successes, right? Setbacks are normal as well, because there will be setbacks. There will be days when you don't feel like doing anything at all, and that is extremely normal. You just don't want to let those days derail your progress altogether, right? You slip up and you eat a little bit of fast food, don't make that an excuse to just give up your dietary changes and go back to eating the junk you were eating before. Say, well, that happened. Now let's pick up and get back on track. When you get back on track, you need to keep going until you decide that you want to stop. You are in charge, right? You are in control of your health and your life. If you want to make these changes, you have that power. And doing them, building these things up, it actually creates habits. And habits are good in that way, the healthy habits. They will not go away, right? You will feel compelled to do them. And this will keep you healthy and keep you moving towards that point. I also really want people to celebrate success. This is a big part of it too, because if your goal was to lose weight and you lost a single pound, you'd probably be pretty happy that you were able to pull that off. So remember to celebrate your successes, because you're going to excel at creating these micro successes. If your goal is just to do 5 minutes of exercise a day or to commit to stimulating your vagus nerve each day, awesome. That's it. Celebrate that success. If you complete that, you deserve that pat on the back. It's going to make your body feel good. And consistency here builds those habits I was talking about. After a while, it won't even feel like something you have to do. It'll just be something you do. And you'll kind of be pushing yourself closer to healing once and for all, right? So this brings us to the Hash protocol reset, and we'll be talking about this more in depth after this little session here today. But I want to cover it again here because we got new people and lots of questions coming out about it. So the Hash protocol reset is our goal, our design here to actually get people to fix these issues with as much help as we can possibly give without taking it and doing it for you. This is the culmination of the work of my parents and the demand from the community as well for a program that actually works on all of these things and ties the 5 elements together rather than just working on microcurrent. It's a self-paced program. It has video lectures covering the elements of the protocol and weaving them all together. The program includes access to loads of resources that I'm going to go over in the next slides as well. So what does the program include? It includes detox diets, it includes supplement guides, exercise suggestions, comprehensive workbooks, stress reduction activities, cookbooks, sleep aids, all sorts of things that are natural, so you don't have to dive down the pharmaceutical rabbit hole. And also really everything we've been scratching the surface of in these last few days that's kind of being compressed and broken down into 12 comprehensive modules. These modules are all video recorded lectures that go along with the huge workbook that I've got buried under my microcurrent equipment here, with this huge workbook here that is full of that information. Microcurrent users as well, new and old, will get access to a treatment coordinator for the duration of the program to help them fine-tune the protocols and make sure they have their one-on-one guidance in the form of comprehensive and individualized treatment plans. I've been pushing the importance of individual therapy throughout the Jumpstart here. We want to look at people as individuals. As soon as we started doing that, our return rate on devices plummeted to near nothing. Before that, it was about 2 or 3% because people were struggling in some cases to learn how to use the machines. But having someone that's going to build you a treatment plan step by step and tell you this is how it works, and then if you can't get the results or if you're still struggling to use it, they can actually physically assist you with it, is huge. It gives you the guidance you need and the confidence you need to be able to actually push towards that resolution. During our reset as well, once you join, you'll be able to access monthly live Q&A sessions lasting 60 to 90 minutes each, depending on questions. They almost always go to the full time, and including replays as well, so you can rewatch those. These are ways to seek guidance and work with our team on resolving your issues. These are done by me, myself, and our lead coordinator, Annie. We kind of tag team these and we go through. We talk about the reset, we talk about microcurrent, we talk about conditions. We kind of help you go through whatever it is that you might need. The goal here with this program is to walk with you step by step to help guide you through the process of getting better, of the Hash protocol, and getting the results you deserve and allowing you to ultimately become pain-free for life. We designed this as a 90-day reset. Now, obviously, this is ongoing and it's self-paced. So why 90 days? Now, this is close to what we call the turnover rate of cells. This is where you allow your body's cells to have detoxed, regenerated, and changed with the nurturing of all of the elements of the protocol. So after 90 days, if you commit to this, you'll be well on your way to success with the Hash protocol for pain resolution and microcurrent therapy. And again, we fully expect to see early success stories here. I often hear, and I heard this a lot last year, that just by signing up for the reset, people started to feel better because, again, their mindset was changing from an I'm doomed perspective to I have hope. You're also going to gain access to tools and techniques that can revolutionize your natural pain resolution treatment plan. And you're going to build a very strong foundation in our advanced microcurrent healing technologies. This is really no matter how tech savvy you are as well. Age is not really a barrier here. These are very simple to use machines. Now, there's a time investment here. We understand that people lead busy lives, but this program requires you to put in the effort. We can't do it for you. So you have to spend a small amount of time to get these big results. I'm expecting people to invest under 10 hours a month in the course, and you'll be on your way to resolution within that 90-day period. Again, this is how long it takes your cells to regenerate and become new cells with new identities and new kind of blueprints. So if you make those changes, your cells will turn over and you will have these new healthy cells as well. You'll be on your way. Again, it's a self-paced program, so you can spend the time as you have the time. Eventually, you're going to get there anyway, but that's kind of what we set as a benchmark, a 10-hour, and that includes treatments and changes and things like that. That's not 10 hours of sitting in front of a computer, reading and studying or anything by that stretch. But you spend that time, you'll get those results. So much of the work we've discussed this week has been done for you, okay? The goal is that you can take the guesswork out of things and focus on just getting better. You want to know what supplements to take? They're in there. We'll tell you. You're not sure it's still? You can submit your supplements to me for review and for a treatment plan with supplements. You want to change your diet? There's diets in there. Struggling because of the fact that you don't know what to cook? There's recipes in there. You know, you name it, the things we've talked about are there to help guide people through the process. So when you're asking the question, is it right for you? You may already know that it is, and we've already had countless people sign up as well. You can sign up for the program right now. If you're one of our existing microcurrent users and you already have an Evolution or a Pinnacle device, then you're equipped and ready to go. You can just sign up for the program right away. If you're ready to get started, but you don't have a device yet, then you are in luck, because not only are we offering a bundle including our most popular microcurrent device, the Avasia Life Evolution, and the Reset course that has savings for paying in full, but we're also offering a payment plan that will get you the device and the course access as well. We do not offer payment plans usually. This is literally the only way you can get a device on a payment plan. And we send it to you after the first payment is made, so you're not waiting to pay it off before you receive the machine. That wouldn't do you much help with it insofar as getting the machine and working on healing your body. So when does the course start? Is there a deadline? Well, it's a self-paced course and it's running right now. People that signed up yesterday have already started going through the content. You can do the course at your own pace. We have decided, after popular demand, to keep it running all year. Last year, we closed the doors after the jumpstart and we didn't open them again until now. We left this closed because we wanted to put in the time and work with the people that had signed up. What's happened now is we realized that there was so many people asking when it was going to come back. Is it going to come back? Can I get in and do it now? And so many of the people that did it already that would send other family members in or want to see what was going on or want to join a Q&A, and we had run through them. We didn't have them anymore. So in this case, the Q&As are ongoing. You'll have a Q&A every month. And essentially, once you join the reset, you can do it as many times as you like. You can keep dropping in, dropping out. It doesn't have to be defined by that 90 days. So for people that purchase the reset, do recall that you get lifetime access to it. Okay, so whether you purchased it last year or this year, you can participate again and again. Now, there are special bonuses that are available exclusively for watching this through the Jumpstart. And the Hash Protocol Reset, as I said, it is available right now. But for people on the Jumpstart with me this week who register before the event ends, you'll receive access to some extra content. So first off, you're going to save 20% during the Jumpstart, which is a pretty huge discount right there. You got to use that code on the screen, PFFL Jump 24. You can see that there. Okay. All of the replays of the Jumpstart and the assets are available if you want to rewatch them at any time. You just have to let us know and we can give you access to those. Live event Q&A with me. This is just this Saturday. So if you sign up before tomorrow morning, then you'll get on there with me and we'll be able to have some nice conversations. Maybe even you'll jump into the reset and come with some questions from that right away. But we'll talk through all of that tomorrow morning. And you'll also get some of our books in ebook form, which are really, really useful. First is Current Medicine 3rd edition. This is kind of our microcurrent textbook. It's like an illustrated guidebook as to how to use the microcurrent device. You'll also receive our Wall Street Journal bestselling book, The Hash Protocol for Pain Resolution, which is a great place to start and to kind of get your head in the game for the reset. You'll even receive our anti-inflammatory cookbook as well, which has, I think it's over 40 pages of different recipes, one per page, that all go in to essentially treating your gut and healing your body with tasty food that is kind of diverse. So you're not going to get kind of overwhelmed with bad choices and feeling like you don't have a balanced diet. These have been designed between me and nutritionists as well. So they are properly healthy anti-inflammatory foods. Additionally, anyone that purchases the reset during the Jumpstart event gets our downloadable self-care planner and access to a 90-minute training session with me where we will go through this together. I did this last year, and it was just for people that purchased on day one. And I remember afterwards regretting so much making that decision because it was such a valuable resource and such a valuable lesson that I wanted to include it as a part for everyone. And I kind of made a promise that it was just for people that signed up on day one. So I kind of had to hold back on that and keep that promise. This year, if you purchase the Jumpstart, you will get an invite to this and the replay as well if you can't attend. But you'll also get this downloadable book. This is how you get a Jumpstart on working through your stress reduction issues. And this is very, very helpful because it's kind of like a workbook that helps you guide you through the different processes of reducing your levels of stress. This is scheduled live February 6th at 4 p.m. PST. Again, people that can't make it, we will be offering a replay. We do not, so our refund policy, I always go through these on webinars whenever we talk about our products. So our refund policy for our programs here is different than our physical products. On digital products, we do not offer refunds, okay? The reason for this is that once you've purchased the program, you're going to get instant access to everything and you'll be able to download everything right away. So refunding when people can do that is just not really right, because you're going to get everything right away. However, if you do choose the option with the device, you can still return the device itself for a refund within 30 days of receiving it. So not of buying it, but of receiving it. And we do have a standard restocking fee of 15% on the devices. Why? Well, we cannot resell used medical equipment. It is not legal. These are Class 2 medical devices. They are regulated by the FDA, by the TGA in Australia. They are CE regulated in Europe, and they are regulated by Health Canada as well. So we have to follow some very strict guidelines. This means that if you decide to return your device, we actually have to have it destroyed, and we have to be able to show that we have done that on the records. So the 15% restocking fee goes kind of towards helping us combat some of the costs when that happens. An encouraging note, though, our return rate is extremely low. It's less than 1%. 0.01% was that return rate last year, because once you get the devices, within that 30 days, you're going to notice the differences in your body as your body electric starts to correct itself, right? That is absolutely huge. Okay, so here we have the program. So the reset program here, what do you get? 12 training modules and the workbook, a nice big thick workbook here that walks you through you're taking ownership of your health and mastering the 5 interactive elements of the Hash8 protocol. You get to learn at your own pace in our private learning portal. It's not on Facebook, so you do not need to have a Facebook account. And you can receive support from our Facebook community if you do want to be a part of that. Supplement review and suggestions by me. There's a form you'll get to fill out with all your supplements, why you're taking them, and send it on to me, and I will get back to you with a revised supplement plan and recommendations based on the conditions that you're looking to treat. And of course, our cookbook, which sure makes cooking healthy food easier and tastier than just stuffing yourself with rabbit food all the time. Now, not there's nothing wrong with that, but it's nice to have variety, right, in flavor. Of course, your questions are answered in monthly live Q&A sessions lasting 60 to 90 minutes, run by me and Annie, who you're going to meet soon, so that you can get clarity and peace of mind on the spot as well. You will get personalized treatment protocols for your microcurrent device with our coordinators. You'll get a bonus stress management toolkit, which we usually sell for $50, and a nutrition management toolkit, which again is about $50 too, as well as 90 days access to our private membership for additional support. So what's the cost of the program? So you can pay in full for the program only. This does not come with the device, so you have to have a device really to optimize this. Though we did have some people last year that didn't want to do the microcurrent piece, but really wanted the nutrition side and just signed up for the program anyway without a device. It's doable. It's just not recommended, right? So if you pay in full, the regular retail price is $14.95. But you can save an additional 20% off with the code PFFLJUMP24 at checkout, which makes it around $11.96, I think, if I remember the pricing from yesterday. This discount also applies to the monthly payment option, because you can purchase this program with 3 monthly payments of $5.95 and discount those by 20% as well. For those of you looking for a device, we highly recommend the Avasia Life Evolution. It is our most popular microcurrent device, very, very effective at dealing with inflammation and pretty much everything else that you're going to be looking at. This one can do vagus nerve, which we talked about yesterday, and it can work on mental health, sleep. It's got all the bells and whistles you need. So you can get everything we just mentioned in the program, plus the deluxe Evolution kit. And the price for that is pay in full and save $690. You're getting it for $34.95 or 3 monthly payments of $13.95. And again, that's not the final price. Use PFFL Jump 24, save 20% right away. Now, both options here will receive the device right away, meaning that we're not going to hold the device hostage until all your payments come in if you choose the payment plan. We'll ship it the next business day, as long as we have stock, which we currently are holding on okay with that. So those are the two kind of different options there. The Evolution kit here. So the Life Evolution is our most popular microcurrent device. It has 8 programs. It's got a computer inside it that does all of the changing of the frequencies for you. So you don't have to keep adjusting the frequencies manually. It comes with the most popular attachments for the kit, and the attachments that you'll need to be able to do pretty much any protocol with that device as well. From pads to connect to your vagus nerve, to pads for your brain, to ear clips to actually alter the brainwave patterns in your brain, which can help you go to sleep and reduce stress. It's got the wires, the ever popular Y electrode, which is a nice little extended reach tool for treating different areas. You plug these attachments into the device and the current gets diverted from the plate on the back of the machine, which is this little metal rectangle right here. It gets diverted from that to the tool and comes out there instead. So this kit is our most popular device. It is the one that people, I think 80% of people are good with the Evolution. It has all of the programs that they need in it as well. Now, if you still have questions, that is okay. But if you know this is the right program for you, go ahead and register right away. Get in. I'd love to see you tomorrow at the Q&A. If you have more questions about whether the Reset program is right for you, I do encourage you to reach out to your concierge for more information. So hit up Leo there. Leo is equipped to answer any questions or concerns that you might have. How do you register? So straight away, the link, the hasheprotocolreset.com, you can go right through there and you can register. If you've been working with Leo, do reach out to Leo for the registration link, though. We're very, very grateful for all of Leo's hard work. And we'd like to thank him for every one of you that he has helped. So he has a special link that he can give you just for that as well, which will let us know that Leo was able to help you. So again, otherwise, if you'd like to register direct, just go to the hasheprotocolreset.com and you can do that. Now, what about the Jumpstart? It's not really over. There's no homework tonight, sort of. If you do have questions about anything we've discussed or you want to ask about the Hashe Protocol Reset, then I want to help you. So ask in the Facebook group or text Leo. We'll get right back with you. If you have questions, that's kind of the homework I'm saying. Write your questions down, send them in, or attend the Q&As, and let me answer them for you. That's what I'm here for. If you'd rather hear it from me, I'm more than happy to make that work for you. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about everything that microcurrent can do, next week, and the Hashe protocol, next week we have 3 bonus sessions as well, which are really, really interesting that I don't think you'll want to miss. So the Jumpstart's not quite over yet. Remember that whatever you do, the information that you've gathered this week is foundational to being able to help yourself. Look at the issues that you've identified, look at those weaknesses, and understand that the goals you set are attainable. You said yesterday, I asked people to come up with the things that they would gain if they took their life back from chronic pain, right? Or from their disease. And people put out some of the most beautiful answers ever, things that you wanted to hear, the lives they wanted to get back. The first step is to acknowledge that that work that you want to do is attainable. The mindset piece that we talked about today really should not be glossed over, okay? That piece right there, focus on that. Focus on the fact that that's what you want and realize that it can be obtained, okay? Once you do that, you're setting yourself up for success because many of us are stuck in that point where we're like, there's nothing for me. Nothing is ever going to help me. I've exhausted all of my options. So realize that what you want is possible. Step up and let's start working towards those changes. Okay, we want to start acting now to get to that point. So thank you for joining me. If you have some more questions about the reset, we're going to have a little reset presentation in about 20 minutes. So you'll be able to join me, I think, back on this same line here. And we can get the answers there. If you have questions for Leo, text Leo, 415-688-2045. You can also email, though that is a little bit more chaotic than texting. And make sure to get into the Facebook group for the homework as well, okay? Remember that the cutoff date for the reset purchase is January 31st. At 5 p.m. And don't worry, we're going to be very vocal about that. It's not going to get missed by you, okay? So thank you very much, guys. And yes, I believe I see a question here. Just stay on this link for the next session. It's going to boot you out because I'm going to restart it up, but I believe it is the same link. Please, can someone from my team confirm that right now? I don't want to close this off and have people, yeah, it's the same link. Perfect. So yeah, just come back to the Jumpstart Zoom link and you will be able to join us for the reset questions. Okay, very, very shortly. I'll see you in 15 to 20 minutes, everyone. Thank you.